Hello, my name is Cisca. I wanted to do dry fasting because of Lyme disease, which I've had for 31 years, and some other things as well that I wanted to see if it would help. And after reading Michelle's book, I thought immediately, I have to do this. I have to try it. So I came in January, and that was an experience I never had in my life. It was a very, very strong experience. And but knowing from Dr. Filonov that if you do it within 2 months again, then the healing is even accumulating, which I felt I really needed, and I might need a few more. So about the exit day, I hear people are interested to hear about what it was like, even down to how to fly back and what to eat, what not to eat. But I think I stayed long enough here to be fit again to fly. I was very happy about the extra time. I felt very light, very spaced out. I was not part of the world, but I was intact. I didn't have any problems of that I felt vulnerable or poisoned by it. My flight wasn't that long, and a lot of people have 24 hours or something. It was such a multi-dimensional, multi-level experience, this whole 2 months. I think it is too much to tell for a short video, but I mean, in the physical, on the physical end, like the practical side of it, I think I did very well with eating clean food and sticking to it, and I felt my sensitivity to what was good for me, what was good for my body was much higher and new. Like I had to approach everything new. I wasn't so good in getting all the extra things like quail eggs and things if you're interested, you will hear about, to even get it, and then it would come late. So, but eventually I got it, but I feel much better prepared now. I have it already. So it's definitely also a learning process on that level. If I think of my physical symptoms, I had all kinds of strange symptoms, but the funny thing is I wasn't attached to them. I was just observing it, and it was actually quite magic, you know, I would sit and all of a sudden my feet would get really warm and prickly, and my hands, and normally I would think, oh, I've got Lyme disease, or because the nerve pains was one of my symptoms. But it felt different, so I try not to put anything on it, and just surrender to the process and trust what was going on. So I felt very, very airy, spaced out, not yet in my body the first 3 weeks, and then I felt something becoming more fluid. It also goes into the energetic and more spiritual realms, I think, because I felt such a new space, that I haven't experienced for years. Even the profoundness of waking up in the morning before the alarm, light and happy, and having had years of the mornings being the most difficult time for me, in getting myself going. It just creates such a new space where you can be different. So I could still feel all my patterns and habits there, but it was all fluid. It was like I could make better choices. I wasn't stuck on them. I wasn't identifying in the same way with them. And then after 6 weeks, I think, or definitely after a month or after 6 weeks, I felt like it was almost like going through a cycle of the Rifos was like fire, and the exit was like, I feel very airy, and then I became watery, and then earth. I felt something was condensing again. So a few symptoms, habits here, which were more difficult to get out of, and I was still observing it. But I could really feel the wisdom of doing it again after 2 months. And I could even see I could have done it a week earlier, even, although I'm not sure, of course. Because it just really opened up everything again. Now I feel the space again. So I'm just absolutely amazed about it, because I think also what Dr. Filonov said about the energy that anchors on the physical, and all the toxins that we've gathered and all this stuff that's in our body that doesn't allow us to. You can mentally think, okay, I want to be in my future, but your whole body is full of past. And I've just felt that the dry fast gave a new chance, to really feel that there is a future you at that level, and the magic of how we live in this body, this universe, which has so many levels and they all depend on each other. It's really quite an experience. Very thankful for it. So I probably forgot a lot of things that you still want to know, that people still want to know. I don't know, maybe. Is there anything? But I think that's it, isn't it?